Alright, so for the people that seen the stream last night or watched it or early this morning or whatever like that, I was saying I can't sleep. Now I can kind of talk about better why I couldn't sleep though. So we've been helping a person out that is kind of in a situation right now, waiting to get their own place or whatever. They've been staying with us for like the past like I want to say maybe like 4, 5 months or whatever like that. And honestly, like I mean, yeah, it's good having the company and stuff like that at times though, but been letting this person, crash in my room, crash on my futon or, whatnot. Um, it's like it's been stressful, to say the least. Like they smoke, which not cigarettes, but other other uh, leaf products or whatever like that. I mean, it's legal now. I get it. Originally, this person was told that they could smoke in my room when the weather was bad or too cold outside, and I guess they've been taking advantage of it, making excuses like the mosquitoes is tearing them up, this, that, and the other. Me personally, I don't have a problem with a person that does that or anything like that, but I do not like the smell of it. Like I cannot stand it, and it makes my chest hurt. Like I can't smoke it personally or anything like that. Like I don't like the feeling of being high, from smoking. Like edibles, I mean, I can do or whatever like that, but the feel of being high from smoking, like I do not like it. It hurts my chest, and like being around it, like I don't like being around cigarette smokers either, man. Like it stinks. Though I would rather smell the other stuff over cigarettes, but so add that, like the person, like they snore super loud, like it sounds like I have a fucking race quad, like four-wheeler in my room when they're snoring, and it's like I try to put headphones on, I try to put like normal earplugs in, don't help, so a few days ago, like I've been, trying to get their attention while they've been snoring, because they was like, yo, if I get the snoring too loud, like wake me up, long enough for me to stop snoring so you can fall asleep. So I'm like, okay, I clapped my hands a few times. They continue snoring, so I clapped again. They stopped, or they stopped snoring. So like I tried to doze off, and then a few minutes later, like this person, like they wake up, like literally cursing me out, man. Like, yo, if you clap, your mother effing hands one more time, I'm gonna go, the fuck off in this mother effer, and whatnot, man. And then like, talk shit about my, my stepdad, slams my door, slams the fucking, screen door, going outside, and then, in the fucking rain or whatever like that. Then won't even outside 5 minutes, comes back inside, doesn't say shit to nobody, or anything like that, and like I didn't want to get in a confrontation because this person is family, and I ain't want to, get in a knockdown drag out, man. But I'm like, at the same time, man, like, that, like that's hella disrespectful, because we're giving you a place to stay, or otherwise, you be camping in a tent in the woods somewhere, because everybody else, them basically kicked you out or whatever, the circumstances may be, I mean, like, yes, our place ain't the best, I will admit that, but it's like, you go disrespect me in my room when you sleeping on my futon and smoking in my damn room. Like that doesn't make any sense, man. Like, there's better ways to handle it. You know, me clapping to try to get your attention to wake you up just for like a minute or two so I could fall the fuck asleep. Got on your nerves that much, you could have been like, yo, can you stop clapping, man? Like, it's starting to get annoying, man. Like, handle this shit like an adult, not like a little fucking kid, you know? Like, that's my, you know, whole thought process on that, man. Just didn't make any sense. You know, and you've been staying here, you know, for like the past 4 or 5 months, haven't offered to help, you know, like cut grass, you know, when I'm out there cutting it. Not that it's a big yard, it only takes like 30 minutes to cut with a push mower, you know, but that's besides the point. You know, hasn't done any dishes, you know, like, you know, yes, you know, like they help with, you know, money, you know, to stay here or whatnot like that. That goes, you know, to my stepdad. They help with food and stuff, you know, they cooked a few meals, but like, it's some other stuff, man, I could bring up, but it's crazy, man. Like, especially when you're, you know, when you're family, you know, like that's. Because I guarantee you, I know some people that if they would have did the same thing too, like in my family or hell, even friends, man, like that situation would have played out a lot differently, yo. Like, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Like, dude is lucky that I have some pretty decent patience, man. But I'm like, it's a damn shame, you know, like when, like the past 4 or 5 days, I might have gotten a total of like maybe anywhere between 6 to 8 hours of sleep in my own fucking room. Like, that's ridiculous. And yet that said, you know, that person wants to get an attitude with me for clap. Try to get their attention. Like, when they over there snoring, sounding like a damn, you know, fucking four-wheeler. Damn shame, you know, I just ordered ear canceling, or no, not ear canceling, goddamn, what the fuck, I can't even English right. Noise canceling earplugs. So like basically sleeping earplugs to be able to sleep in my own room. Like that's freaking crazy. But you know, me and the dude, you know, we talked it out, got things somewhat straight. I mean, even though, you know, like still snores loud as hell, man. He's going to try and stop smoking and go just to edibles because he said he's getting tired of the smell. It's making him sick. This, that, and the other, man. Like, more power to him if he's able to do it, honestly, bro. I know he's tried before saying he was going just to edibles, and that only lasted pretty much a month. But quitting things like that, man, is definitely hard, man. Like, because I smoked from the time I was like 18 to like mid 30s, which I wish I had never picked up the first damn cigarette, to be honest with you, because my teeth definitely paid for it. My stepdad, you know, he paid for it, man. Like, went through 3 cancers, yo. Like, I mean, he had I think like liver or lung, Yeah, I know he had his upper left lobe and his lung removed, had his voice box removed. Like, dude has just been through a hell of a lot. And it would irritate me, like when my mom was living, she passed away in 2023, November 2023, when I was in Florida. And it was crazy. Like the timing was just hella weird. I'm not gonna really get into that, but so ended up coming back from Florida, which I mean, I don't know how I feel about that because yes, I liked being down there, but at the same time, I didn't, like I was staying with a person that was a friend, here recently, ended the friendship with them. Just, I don't know, man, like, dude changed, like, over the past few years. I don't know if it's like his personality changed because of like the one person he met. Because, I mean, it's a lot of traits from that person that are starting to like show in this dude, and stuff. I mean, lets that person influence him like way too much, and I'm like, at the same time, you're saying this dude gets on your nerves, like you don't have fun when you hang out with them, like he ruins everything, but yet you still chose to remain being friends with him and constantly talk about him over a group of people, like, yeah, like we ripped on, we rip on everybody in our group, man. That's what dudes do, like, what I mean? But at the same time, like, it's like we were the only people that he could be, like, literally be himself around, like his actual self, man. Like, I mean, because, I mean, like, I said, yo, I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, yo, if this dude that's your so-called friend knew everything about you, man, like literally everything about you, would he still be your friend? Probably not. And it's crazy to end a friendship that was probably like a decade and a half, close to 2 decades long. Because of how this dude's personality, man, and like thought process just up and changed, man. Like he started doing stuff that just didn't make no sense. And I've talked about it multiple times, man. It's like, like, I mean, he gave me, like a lot of opportunities, man, to like try and move to Florida twice. Each time something, traumatic happened, man. Like I lost my best friend that I knew almost my, half my life the first time, COVID, and then the second time I lost my mom, So it's like, if you mad at me for leaving over that, man, then, like, to be honest, you wasn't a friend in the first place, man. I mean, I couldn't leave, like my stepdad, here to fend for himself in the health that he's in, Like, yeah, he can still get around, but, not that good. Not as good as he used to. And this dude was there for both his parents, when they was sick and, they died and stuff like that. So, like, I thought he would have more understanding. But to sit there and tell me you was more mad at me and my nephew leaving than you were at my mom passing away, like, that don't make no sense. I mean, I don't care how long you've been friends with someone, man. If that's how you felt, you keep that shit to yourself. I mean, in a friendship that long, like, some words are better left unspoken type shit, and then the whole situation, or the stuff that I left down there, like how he went about, that, and stuff, man, like, it's, I don't know, yo. How you could choose someone, man, that literally, like changed your personality, made you a worse person over a group of people, like, yes, like I said, man, like we ripped on, man, we rip on everybody in the group, man. It don't matter. Like we joke around, like that's dudes for you. But at the same time, like we sitting there trying to tell you, like, and make you a better person, man. Like trying to convince them that, okay, yo, you went from a trailer to living in what he calls an apartment, man. It's basically a motel room. It's supposed to be a kitchenette, but it's not. All it has is an extra sink and some cabinets. You got a refrigerator and a microwave, man. Like that, in where I'm from, that's not a kitchenette, man. Kitchenettes, man, like, full fridge, full size sink and a stove, bro. What a microwave, man. Like, you shouldn't have to provide none of that. And what he's paying for it, like, don't make no sense. And he talking about he don't want to live in a trailer again because he don't want to, like, take a back step, man. Like, you took a back step moving out of a trailer to live in a fucking motel room. A trailer would be an upgrade from what you have and would be less than what you paying, for where you living at now. Like, I don't understand some people's thought process. Like, I just been real, like, irritable, man, like these past, like, couple of months, man. Like, I don't know if it's, like the whole situation, I described, like, God, man, it sounded like fucking something blowing up. Like, when I first started the race, or, like, what it is, man, but it's crazy, yo. Like, I've had people let me stay with them and then up and just be super disrespectful towards me. And then when I go off because they being disrespectful, I'm in the wrong, but like, when you let somebody stay with you because they would be homeless if they won't, and then they disrespect you for like a stupid ass reason, like, that makes no sense. No sense. And it's like, I'm the kind of person that, like, I tolerate a lot of shit because I've been doing it my entire life. Like, it's like, not that I don't know how to, throw hands, because trust me, I do, but it's like, I'm the kind of person that would rather avoid a confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Than, like, try and, like, get into one, like, type of person. So it's like, but if the day ever come, man, when all that built up frustration and anger comes out, yo, like, I'ma hate to see it, man. It's like I bottle all that shit up, and then it's like when I get to the field, man, to play paintball, yo, like, that's when it comes out. It's like, no, I don't, I'm not a dick when I play paintball. I don't overshoot people or anything like that unless they deserve it. Because there has been, some people that have deserved it, man. Like, I played against people, that bring, like, the Allen keys onto the field, and adjust their velocity, or, like, they just overshoot people, man. Like, I've had that happen. Not many times, but, had it happen the one time, we told the ref, and the ref was like, oh, maybe you should holler louder. Because we sitting there, like, and multiple people was telling, man, like, yo, he adjusted velocity. Oh, no, man, I checked his gun before he played. I'm like, he's shooting high, bro. Like, if you get shot in the back of the head hard enough to knock somebody's beanie off and damn near knock their mask off, man, like, from the impact, like, that's literally, like, way high velocity. So not only did the player get lit up, but the ref got lit up too, because we told the owner of the field, yo, like what we had planned on doing. And, you know, like we literally, it was a reinsertion game. So like a group of like 4 or 5 dudes, man, like we waited till all of us was hit. We went to the dead box where that ref was at. Soon as he was like, all right, y'all good, y'all can go back in. We came out the box and we just lit his ass up. He's sitting there blowing his whistle, you know, like trying to, you know, like holler, like, I'm the ref, god damn it. And then he was like, man, he's like, I'm pulling y'all off the field right now. So like, tells us get off the field, yo. So like, we were like, all right, get off the field. We walked over to the owner. He telling the owner what happened. He was like, the owner looks at us, he's like, you shoot our ref? And he was like, yeah. He was like, all right, I want the ref to tell me why y'all shot him. No, not y'all tell me why y'all shot my ref. I want the ref to tell me why y'all did that. And the ref's like, oh man, I don't know, man. You know, like they just all came in the dead box, man. They came out, man. They just shot at me for no reason. And the ref was like, really, that's not what they told me. They said they told you that they had a guy adjusting his velocity on the field and that he was overshooting people. And you told them maybe they should holler louder when they get hit. He was like, so you can take my ref vest off and you can leave. He was like, because you're done. And then, so this dude, the ref, right? He literally like takes the vest off, goes to his car, gets geared up, and tries to come back in the field, like at the field, like pays to play paintball, and like might have like stayed like 5 minutes within like I think the games were like 15-minute games. So like he stayed like literally 5 minutes because even people on his own team were shooting him. And like that's just terrible referee right there, yo. I've only been back to that field I think one time since I've been back from Florida. And I came back from Florida in November of 2023. And like the field is small, they only have 2 layouts, but they changed it up so much, like it's not fun to play no more. Like the only, I guess, like plus side of the field is like there's no like BPS limit, which you can be a dick because I have an Ego 11, so I mean, you know, it can go up to 30 plus BPS, which is probably not shooting that, man. I mean, like, you know, you put in an uncapped ramp, even with a decent hopper, you know, you're probably only getting like 20 something balls per second, even though it says 30. But you know, like that's still ridiculous, yo. But for the most part, man, like I keep both my markers on like 15, unless like a lot of people start complaining, like, oh man, his gun shoots too fast. Like, yeah, man, like stop being a fucking crybaby. Like, jeez, man. You know, and it's not like I'm an aggressive player, you know, like I'm not playing on speedball courses, man. It's like play rec ball, you know, like I keep it on 15. I don't shoot fast at, you know, like rental players like talking about. I mean, you know, I might, you know, give them like little burst fire, you know, or something like that here and there, but for the most part, you know, like I try to be respectful, you know, toward, you know, for people, you know, that have rentals. Unless I'm getting shot at by a lot of people at the same time, you know, then, you know, I'll let it ring. But all right, let me take a little small. on a second break. It is crazy, bro. Like, how do you get people to watch the stream late at night, early morning, man? Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning here is what it normally be, man. Like it's after midnight normally when I stream, man. Like right now it's 11:59, so probably still early for a lot of people, but yeah, it's just been crazy here, man. Like the past few months. I know one thing, man. Like I'm super grateful for it now, yo. Like I've been playing paintball, man, for like 20 plus years, man. Like I've shot a numerous amounts of guns, but to like say that, like I physically own, man, like one of my dream markers, man. It's like it's crazy, yo. Like, and what's crazier is the person, one of the, the dude I was talking about that I stayed with in Florida, man. Like he got me that marker, yo, and he was, like after, ending the friendship with him, was trying to say, like I didn't appreciate anything you did for me or nothing like that, man. Like I talked about that in a video on my YouTube channel, man. Y'all want to check it out? Go look at the video called Appreciation. And had a couple, of like, you know, issues with the Ego 11 since he got it. Like when he first got it, like the cup seal and the regulator was bad. So when I aired it up, it was like leaking air and like shooting at the same time. So like it was weird the way, because like you adjust the reg, it would stop leaking, but it wouldn't shoot right or whatever. So called the company, he ordered the gun from and got a rebuild kit. He basically told me like what the issue was, took the video on like how to take it apart and fix it, which I did. And I'm like, that right there showed that, I appreciate, like the marker or whatnot, man. And then once I left and got back home, used the marker, for a couple of months, and the board started going out on it and eventually died. So I had to order a board for the Ego 11. And if you're not familiar with paintball, they no longer make those guns. Like that gun literally came out like probably like 2010, because mid 2010, like 2011. That's why it's called the Ego 11. It's like car models or whatever. So it's an older marker. They no longer like make parts for that marker. Planet Eclipse only runs like their guns for like, I think like 4 years. And then like they come out with new stuff. So like the parts become obsolete. Like the solenoid goes out on that marker, it's basically a wall hanger. Like yes, I can buy another solenoid, but more than likely, even if it says new, not opening the package, it's not going to be any good. So hopefully, I still get some decent life out of it, man. But like a used board for that gun was like almost $100. By the time you add like shipping and handling. And it was like I was kind of iffy to buy it because it was on eBay, but the seller did have a decent rating. But buying a used product, for that price is crazy. But anyway, like boom, ordered that, fixed the gun, got it back up and running. Then the macro line, like I don't know, whoever cut the macro line for that Ego didn't cut it right, so it had like a dimple or a nick in the cut. It won't cut flush, so it would leak air sometimes when you were trying to adjust the velocity. So I took a macro line off an older paintball gun I had that didn't work and switched it over to that to get the Ego 11 to run. So it's like, to say I didn't appreciate nothing this dude did for me, man, was like kind of crazy, yo. But I'm not gonna get back into that, whole spill again or anything like that. 421, decent time right there. That car right there, man, is an absolute monster for that race, yo. Like if you're trying to grind out money, that's the car you need, yo. Because as you can see, if it doesn't rain while you're running it, there's absolutely no need for a pit stop, man. Like you could just run it on lean fuel the entire time, and you're good to go. I probably should check the oil though on this car because I do be driving it a hell of a lot more. So my thing is like, when should you change the oil on these cars in this game? Like when it gets into the red or when it's in the yellow and says worn like that, yo. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop the oil change on there. Go ahead, get a car wash as well. Which honestly, I like. I really don't understand the like car washing in this game. It's not like Grid Legends where like dirt and grime builds up on your car over time because you don't see it in the game. So like it like is that just a waste? Like your car never appears to be dirty in Gran Turismo, or is it just me? But yeah, man. And then recently here, lately, man, came across or got extremely lucky on a paintball gun. Like that, a dude like literally like that lives next door found this at a, I guess it's like a waste management place or like whatever for like businesses or like communities or something. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's not. It's a dump, but not a dump. So I don't like. I guess it's like I don't know how to explain it, but had found two paintball guns. One was an older Tipman, like I'm not sure what kind of Tipman it was. It won a '98, um, or anything like that. Like the bottle screwed in like where like a regulator would normally go, so like at the bottom of the marker, which was like super weird. Like I've never seen a Tipman like that. But the other marker, if you know anything about paintball guns, is an autococker, which you see an autococker, like even I mean, especially an older one, that's like you think money. So I'm like, okay, even on the low end, that's worth a little decent amount of money. But come to find out, it's like a 97, 98 Shock Tech autococker. And it has a die two-piece boomstick barrel on it. Had a JT Revo hopper on there, so like Revolution clear shell hopper. The tank definitely needs to be replaced because it's from 2002, but surprisingly enough, it still held air. Like I pumped a few 100 psi in there, aired it up, and there was no leaks. And the gun like cycled and fired, man. But like I found out that it's worth a decent amount of money. So I'm gonna try to take it to the field next time I go, hopefully somebody will show interest in it. It does have a small leak now. I'm not sure what the piece is called, but it's like an adjuster piece, like under the barrel. It's not a, I don't think it's a regulator, man. It could be for like the cycling or something like that. I don't know how to work on auto car because I mean, I'm pretty sure someone just take a wrench, take the piece apart, put a new O-ring in it. It's probably all it needs. But I mean, the fact that the tank still held air and the gun still like cycled and fired was just simply amazing. But I'm hoping to like the maybe like the field owner that I go to would be interested in it. Maybe I could trade it for like a 170, even a 180R maybe. Like I mean that would be amazing because it's like I said, it's worth a decent amount of money, yo. And I kind of feel like maybe that was like my like blessing or whatever because of like something that I had got screwed out of, which was kind of like one of the reasons this like the one friendship ended, you know, which I had talked about in previous videos as well. So maybe that was the man upstairs looking out for me a little bit, man. You know, he was like, "Yo, I seen y'all. You know, like y'all been struggling. You know, you've been going through it. You know, you got burned. You know, by some people. You know, by a person that you thought was supposed to be your good friend. You know, so here's a little something, something. You know, to like help you out or something like that, or maybe help you get something that you've been wanting." I'm trying to decide what other cars I want, man. Like I really like the Ferraris, man. So you like, yo, we seen a couple of like somewhat rare cars today, man. Like I know we seen a Porsche. I couldn't really distinguish what it was, man. Like it kind of looked like the 911 Turbo S, which I mean isn't super rare of a car, but like where I live at in Virginia, like yes, they have a Porsche dealership, but like you really don't see like a lot of like like the higher end, like the Caymans or like the 911s like traveling around. So like that was pretty cool. And then we seen a I'm guessing it was a Ferrari Testarossa. Like it had the body style of a Testarossa, man. But let me see, yo, like because I know I do have like a good portion of the Ferraris in this game, so like I should have that one. Forgive me for yawning, yo. Like I said, man, like I really haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep here lately. Or it might have been a GTO. Like so it was like either the GTO, so it looked like that. So like yeah, it might have been the GTO or it could have been the GTB. Like it had that body style or the Testarossa. So like something like similar to like those three. So like in between like the GTO, the Testarossa, or something like that. But it might have been the Testarossa because it looked like a newer like body style Ferrari, but it definitely wasn't like the Italia or like the F40, F50, something like that. But I still thought that was pretty cool. Even though in Florida, like those cars were like way more abundant in Florida than what they are in Virginia. Like you don't see a whole lot of like exotic cars or like supercars, like here for some reason. All right, I don't even think I got rain tires for this. I do not. So I have no idea. Didn't I just put racing tires on that? Oh no, that's sports hard. Damn, my dumb ass. All right, so boom, racing hards, racing intermediates for the rain janks. All right, damn, that takes it up over. the performance calculator. God damn, dog, I hate when it does that, and then you have to go in and basically like limits the car pretty much. That don't take it down any, man. Might as well just leave that shit on there and then just uh really though? Okay, that's close enough. Oh man, but yo, like here lately, man, like I've been trying to, if y'all keep up with my YouTube channel, trying to, like do these hikes and stuff like that to get, my cardio and stuff up, man. But man, the way the weather been here lately, man, like it's kind of been hard, yo, because like we like it's crazy because like we went months, not months, but like a good while, without like getting any rain. Like every time it would rain, like it would go around us or something like that. And then here lately, it's just been, which I'm not complaining because I like the rain, but like the one area I go to get the hiking in and stuff like that, like you absolutely, if you get a decent amount of rain, like if it rains the entire day, like we're not hiking because I don't have like any like waterproof, like boots and stuff like that because the trails flood. So, damn, I took that corner absolutely disgusting right there, man. Like that was terrible. Man, I don't even know if I feel like streaming right now, yo. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, y'all. Like, try to get a little bit of rest, cause I definitely need it.